Hey, happy Wednesday night. It's bump date time, and here we are. Happy and joyful and excited to chat as ever. The cursor was hovering right over end live video, which seemed like a bad idea.
I don't know what's happening right
With your life.
now. I need to fix this situation.
I'm pretty sure as we turned the camera on like a minute ago, she just said that about her hair and then fixed it.
If my hair didn't have barbecue sauce in it, I wouldn't need to do this. And you know whose fault that is? That's Andrew Nicholas's fault.
That's not a true story.
Yes, it is.
The part about barbecue sauce being in her hair is a true story. The part about it being my fault is nonsense.
No, you're the one that flipped the barbecue sauce upside down, and then I opened it and it exploded all over me and my new shirt.
So clearly my fault, I guess.
Your fault.
We're having pulled pork, and there's a little bit of barbecue sauce. There's a little bit of barbecue sauce in the bottle still, so turn it upside down, let it all drain to the bottom, and then later when we're going to eat, put it on. But when she opened the bottle, she flung it all over herself.
I did not fling it. It literally, you heard the pop. It literally exploded.
Some sort of reaction took place, and the barbecue sauce exploded. It was on her face. It was on her hair. It was on the new white shirt.
Of course, bright white shirt.
It was tragic.
New maternity.
It's not a maternity shirt, was
it? It is a maternity shirt. Look at the tag.
Didn't even have the scrunchies on the side.
Sometimes they don't have scrunchies.
Then it's just an extra large t-shirt.
Well, I paid extra for the extra large t-shirt.
Oh man, so life's going well. I'm getting blamed for her barbecue sauce explosions. And that's about what you'd expect if you've been tuning into any other bump dates and sauce in any capacity in the last 5 years.
Sauce, not sauce.
I said sauce.
Like barbecue sauce?
All right. So 22 weeks pregnant now. She is. And baby is the size of a papaya.
I don't even know what that looks like in real life.
What was last week? Mango? Banana. Pomegranate. Was it pomegranate?
I think it's pomegranate.
Yeah, because we went from a banana to a pomegranate, which I did not think made any sense at all because those are completely different shapes. We've shared enough.
Papaya round?
Papayas are pretty round. I seem confident, right? Yeah, I think they're like oblong, kind of like a mango shaped.
Oblong. I'm feeling pretty oblong these days.
Yeah, you definitely, more often than not, at some point throughout the day, you'll say something about feeling crazy or just acting crazy.
Well, that's because hormones are a real thing, and I don't really understand them, and I don't really like blaming them, but I don't understand how else I could be feeling like this.
Needs to be an explanation.
I like legitimately feel crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, sometimes act crazy.
No, I don't.
Never mind. I thought we were on the same page with the craziness. You're allowed to call you crazy, not me.
Yes.
Is that the rule?
But pretty much everything makes me mad.
Definitely true. Including barbecue sauce explosions.
Well, it would make you mad too. You would be so mad.
Okay, it made me mad, but I wouldn't blame you.
Well, it is your fault.
So, I don't even know what to do with you.
All right. We could fast forward till January. That'd be great.
It's looking up in January. You think having 2 little babes will be easier?
No. I'll still be crazy, but at least I'll feel less chubby.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to breathe.
You'll be feeling a little better. That's a plus.
Mm-hmm. I always enjoy the baby on the outside. Even if the baby
always meaning so far in your one baby on the outside.
One baby.
Yeah. Speaking of babies on the outside, saw you shared something earlier this week that is relevant for a bump date, talking about motherhood and not just birth and pregnancy, but what happens afterwards when you actually have to raise the kid. So this was, what was it, 10 rules for a newborn?
Visiting a newborn.
I don't know how to work your phone.
Oh my gosh. That made me mad.
Etiquette.
That made me mad.
Etiquette for visiting parents of newborns. So this is good. It's good conversations here. Number 1, visit only if you've been invited. Never arrive unannounced.
I'm gonna preface this.
Isn't that true, newborn or not? Like you just don't show
Well,
up.
I don't know. I think in the olden days, you just like stopped over to your neighbors.
It's because you didn't have phones to tell them you were coming.
Well, I know, but there was like a sense of community where it was just like you're always welcome. So
it's changed a little bit.
Has changed a little bit. And generally, I don't think I would mind if somebody stopped at our house, except I don't think that's true because I get real ticked when Amazon stops and rings the doorbell or something and baby's napping. But I'm going to preface this with saying this is our second baby, but it's kind of like our first experience being in a location that we actually know people and like are involved with stuff, because before we lived in Chicago, and so I was just kind of like in my own world on my own island for the first 4 months of my kid's life. That we didn't have friends that would just drop by. We didn't even have like a church that we were
going to a church, but we weren't sure if it was going to be for
it was only for a couple months,
and then we were gone for different periods of time, missed a lot of weekends. So
yeah, so we didn't have a church family. I didn't have a toddler who was involved in activities. We didn't have a business that we knew people.
Yeah, basically knew the office staff and the gym people.
Yeah,
which are awesome people, but
it wasn't
got their
many.
lives of their own.
It wasn't very many, and we didn't ever have to risk like just I don't know. We barely saw people with my first, so
didn't know like neighbors or anything like that.
Yeah, so rules of visiting a newborn is like a whole new thing for me because that could actually happen now because we live in a community that we're involved in, plugged into, have lots of connections, and our families are close by this time, where before they were 8 hours away.
Yeah. So don't show up unannounced. Agree with that one?
Oh, that's number 1. Don't show up unannounced. Yeah, because when you're like when you have a newborn, you're not like wearing clothes very often.
It's true.
Like you're figuring out breastfeeding with the baby, and like things aren't pretty. So
I remember seeing a meme that said, if you're going to visit a breastfed baby, expect to see a baby being fed by a breast. Which is kind of like, yeah, if that's not something you're comfortable with or used to, then maybe you're not the best visitor for that family. Because it's a tough thing. It's a new thing for a lot of moms, and they're not always comfortable doing that in any setting. So want to be aware of that factor for sure. Don't visit if you're unwell, even if it's just a cough or a cold.
And
people freak out about that. Personally, we don't really so much.
Well, I was gonna say we're not really germaphobe people. However,
germs don't cause disease. Your body's inability to fight it causes disease.
However, a newborn does not have the immune system that we have, or even Zeke has as a toddler. Mm-hmm. A baby has not gotten antibodies that through the breast milk, and so no matter what we feel with germs and sickness and whatever,
you want to shelter the newborn a little bit.
A lot.
Yeah. We're on the same team here.
Oh, jeez, Pete's.
And so another thing, I remember midwife talking about this. So say the dad or the husband is feeling a little sniffly or has a cough or something like that. She made it a point to say, make sure dad is, giving mom lots of kisses and hugs and stuff, because you want mom to be exposed to the same stuff so that baby is receiving the ability to fight it off through antibodies, through mom's breast milk, through production. So you don't want baby to be exposed to anything, but especially don't want baby to be exposed to anything that mom is not as well. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean cough on the baby and cough on mom. It just means, mom's immune system and body is really what's providing the newborn the support at that point.
And it's just, in our case, our baby's born in January, which is like prime cold season,
ear
ear infections and all sorts of sickness. So, like, I'm not going to be taking the newborn to a pediatric office for a while. I'm not, you know, if our family members, say, I'm not going to touch the baby because I don't feel very good. Well, maybe let's just hold off visiting at all, sort of deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not a germaphobe. I'm not like, ask anybody when people ask me like, "Oh, Zeke has a runny nose." Okay, well, that'll pass.
Immune system's working.
Yeah, but he's
different with the newborn.
Yeah.
Keep visits short. Don't overstay your welcome. I think that depends on who the person is. Because Brittany Chilson, our amazing doula from last time, is still allowed to live with us if possible.
Yeah, she could live here.
Yeah. So like a doula is that someone who is able to just be amazingly helpful and not intrusive and not coming to get something out of the visit, but coming to figure out how they can help the family. You can't have too much of that. As long as it's someone you're comfortable with.
But it also depends on the type of person the mom is, because I'm an extrovert, so I might want a little bit of extra time with friends, like chatting, or a little extra time while I sit here with a newborn and Zeke can play with friends.
Yeah.
But at other points,
I think the key point is the concept there is it's less about visit times and overstaying your welcome and more about, it's not really about you. It's about the baby. It's about the new mom. That visiting them is not about you getting to see the baby. It's about you helping out with mom. So keep that in mind with any new little ones in your life. We've talked about this on many occasions I really don't think many people should be seeing that newborn besides mom and dad for at least the first week or so, let alone people, in the hospital while mom's laboring or anything like that. So could go off on some deep side rants and trails there, but we'll try to avoid it. Why is your phone's timeout so quick? Times out like every 10 seconds. Turn this thing off.
You're making me mad.
Ask before picking up the baby.
Yes, amen, truth, praise,
hallelujah.
I just don't like when people just steal the baby. It doesn't have to be my baby. Like I said, we weren't really around that often to have that situation, but I'll see it with moms all the time. Like I'm around new moms because I'm in that stage of life and in mom groups and go to church and whatever. And there are baby thieves out there where people just assume that mom doesn't want to hold the baby. But I don't understand that. Like, mom, why would mom not want to hold her baby? She carried this baby and created this baby. And yes, there are times that mom wants a break, but she will ask you, hey, do you want to hold the baby right now? Or can you hold the baby right now? It is not your job to say, and I have gotten this, oh, you go take a break. I'm sitting on a couch with a sleeping baby. I don't need a break. This is good.
Yeah. And once again, kind of same point as before is it's about the mom and the little one, not about what you want. Even if you want to hold the baby, it's not about you. Sorry. Newsflash. Whether you're grandparents or aunts or uncles or siblings or whatever.
You're sassy.
I'm sassy. I'm sassy. All right. Anything else you want to add that?
No.
Wash your hands. Don't wear strong perfume or aftershave. We had the germs conversation. Revisit number 2. Visit number 2. 6, know when to give the baby back.
Yes. Kind of with stealing the baby. I think a lot of people want to be the savior in a situation in which a baby is crying or fussing, and everybody feels really accomplished when they get the baby to sleep, because they're like, I do whenever I'm holding a baby at the office for a mom. I'm like, I'm gonna get this baby to sleep, so I'm handing a baby back mom. But the reality is, no matter how vigorously you shake that baby, and by shake I mean
word.
like rock. Do you notice when baby cries, it's like, or how intensely you shush the baby's not going to stop crying until you don't have the baby anymore. The baby probably is crying because he or she does not know you and you're freaking them out. So
Unless you got the magic fingers, like the little baby earlier that was fussing and crying, and then him and mom got to have a moment.
Yeah,
that was precious.
Magic fingers over here.
There's a little boy in the office that has not had a whole lot of smiles or calm his first 2 months of life, but had a really awesome adjustment, and then afterwards was just like literally while I was adjusting him, mom was saying that he doesn't smile, he doesn't look doesn't make eye contact, things that he's supposed to be doing. But then afterwards he was chilling in the little pregnancy pillow that just spent 5 or 10 minutes making faces at mom and smiling. So it was precious.
Yeah, but
I snuck some cute pictures of it that will probably show up on our social media, so keep a lookout.
But he was smiling at mom, not at you. And he was cooing at mom, not at you.
Yeah, that's
totally different situation than somebody trying to
right. And it wasn't
calm
me.
a fussy baby that wants mom.
Yeah, I just wanted an excuse to tell that story because it was precious.
It was really, really sweet.
We love moms and babies because they love each other hard.
Yeah. So yeah, when baby's fussing, give the baby back to mom.
Where are we? No one to give the baby back. Resist the temptation to give unsolicited advice. Resist the temptation to give unsolicited advice. That could apply to pregnancy.
I think that could apply to life.
Yeah. It's fair.
But yeah, I don't think we'll have that.
It's more common during pregnancy and having a little one.
It is. I don't know why.
Especially pregnancy. We were just talking about this with some of the moms that, like, you're just out in public. And I honestly have the urge too. I don't know why. Like, obviously you see kids all the time, and I strongly, passionately believe that they need their nervous system evaluated and need our care. But I don't feel this unrelenting urge to, like, tell them that in the moment. With pregnant moms, I do. I don't know why. I have to, like, restrain myself. I just feel like every mom deserves that during their pregnancy. But anyways,
such a short time.
No unsolicited advice, even if it's well-intentioned.
This is one that I don't feel like we struggle with too much. I did a little bit during my first pregnancy because you're a first-time mom, and
I think the home birth thing had a lot of that. Like
but I kept that.
Took you off real good.
I kept that hush for a while because there was nothing I could say to convince people other than just wait and see. And now I have it. So
it's hard for the doubters and the naysayers to say anything after you had a home birth.
Yeah. So I don't.
Shuts them up.
When you see a mom with a toddler and they're pregnant, people don't really come up to you and tell you how to do it better because they're probably just really scared of you. At least I see moms carting kids around. I'm like,
don't mess with her. She means business.
She's not messing around.
Yeah. If you're gonna survive that, you've got to mean business. Especially if you're not especially, but it seems like the boy moms got a little bit of extra craziness. Here's a good one. Don't comment on the physical appearance of the mother.
Again, could apply to anything in life. Just don't comment on anybody's appearance. But especially
unless you're saying good things.
In such a vulnerable situation. No, like, I heard once that if somebody is, like, in the process of losing weight, don't, like, you're not supposed to say, like, you've lost so much weight, because it just does something to the psyche of, like, oh, I lost 10 pounds, and people are noticing, so what do I do if I lost 15 pounds? But comment and say something like, you're looking really healthy, or you look really happy, or something like that, where it's commenting on their demeanor and their character rather than just, like, how much they weigh. I think that could kind of apply to mom too. Well, don't say anything negative. Don't say like you're looking really tired.
I know. That's where my mind went.
Yeah, because I've gotten that. Like,
comment on characteristics positively.
Positive. Just say.
That'd be tough.
You look like you have a lot of love in your heart.
You could just smile. Maybe just don't say anything.
Just say anything at all. Unless mom hasn't showered in a week. And then you can say, how about you go take a shower and I will watch the kiddos just while you bathe yourself. And that mom will probably like that.
Yeah, showering's generally recommended.
Yeah, but just don't say anything.
Gotta sign into your phone again.
Oh my gosh.
This is kind of broad. Don't expect too much.
When I posted that, I had a couple of my mom friends actually comment and say, we need to change that and say, don't expect anything.
That kind of comes back to it's about new baby and new mom, not about you.
Yeah, like the house isn't going to be clean unless you clean it for me.
You're not getting food made for you. Come with food. Food's a big one because that's work. Because then you got to clean up dishes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So bringing not like fast food, but like
healthy
actually good food. Like if you don't want to make something, you can go to the Whole Foods deli like cafe area. You know, pick something up for them.
That if you just like go and
it's hard to screw that up. Bringing food for a new mom.
Yeah, nobody's really.
That will be a perk of being close to family now.
That's true.
Or like you could call. There's so many delivery services these days. You could call one of them and like order a big family meal for them. Mm-hmm. Kirsten did that for us.
My friend from college.
Shout out to Kirsten.
She actually.
I wish you could tag people in that video. I guess we could like comment and tag them. I wish we could like pig your phone right now.
Called me and said she wanted to treat us to a meal after Zeke was born, and she just gave me her credit card number, which was very trusting of her. Now that I look back,
you don't have to do it that way. I'm sure there's gift cards and
but she gave me her credit card number. It just said
you can give us your credit card number. I mean, that's fine.
Order food from a restaurant that
I remember the restaurant we got it from. It was nice.
Yeah, so that was just an unexpected treat, and
it's very thoughtful.
Yeah,
we really appreciate it. And to see, that's on the end. Your goal is to, even if you are trying to make it about you and not about new mom, like we're encouraging, if you want to make it about you and make them like you, do something like that. We're still talking about Kirsten 2 years later.
Look at that.
Maybe she was trying.
Warm spot in our heart.
Yeah. Anything else on don't expect too much? Don't expect anything.
Don't expect.
Know when it's time to leave.
Well, that's kind of the same as
don't overstay your welcome.
Yeah.
That really is the same. This is a crappy list. I take everything back.
But then we added a couple things. We said the food thing. And then somebody had said, I said, don't kiss the baby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but it really makes me mad.
It does.
When you bring your mouth to my child's face, like that just seems so counterintuitive. Like I feel like people should know not to like get that close to a newborn's face. But so many times with Zeke, people would lean in and like grab his head and like kiss him right on the face. And I like the feeling is coming back to me right now. It's like PTSD.
Last time you would just kind of take it out on me later. I feel like this time you're going to just be mad in the moment, which is going to be dangerous.
It's just confusing to me. Like I was always told, only touch the baby's feet. Don't touch the baby's hands because baby's hands go in their mouth. You can touch the top of their head gently, but even then...
Zeke was putting his feet in his mouth when we were trying to sleep earlier.
Well, that's...
I don't think he was putting them in his mouth. I think he was smelling his feet.
His feet stinking.
He was sitting up in bed, just bringing his foot to his nose and bring the other foot to then bring his foot. That's how bedtime goes.
Yeah. And so people have told me, and they told me this before Zeke was born, to baby wear a lot in like public situations and
love baby wearing,
especially in like big family gatherings or something where baby would typically be passed around from person to person. Because it's kind of like that barrier of people kind of get it. Like baby's all tucked in, they're not coming out of there, don't touch, sort of. And I was really excited about this concept of this barrier. And yet I had people lean in, newborn is right here, lean in and kiss him while he's sleeping on my boobs. So, mind you, they're down here, and so their hair is like
exactly like this.
Literally in my face because they want to get to the baby. What do you do in that situation other than punch him in the face?
Do not punch people in the face.
No, but it was just like, what? There's no like boundaries. No boundaries.
If baby wearing anything like that is not something that you've ever tried out or experienced, highly, highly recommend you find a carrier, find a wrap, a sling, whatever that is the right fit for you and that your little one likes, because they're a lifesaver. Baby loves it because they get to snuggle up close to mom. They get to hear mom's heartbeat. They get to stay warm. They get to smell mom. Basically, everything that a baby loves, they get right in that. Some slings and wraps you can nurse while wearing the baby, so really a win-win. And then mom gets to actually like have some freedom and be up and doing things that she needs to do to take care of life.
Have her hands.
Have free hands. So if you don't know anything about baby wearing, we have an awesome, in the Pittsburgh region here, there's a lady, Laura McCarthy, with the company Wear Your Little One, like wear your little one in front of you. Look her up because she'll do one-on-one individual consults as well as group classes. All her schedule and stuff's on her website. We're giving her card out all the time in the office because personally, like Zeke lived in that Tula once he got old enough. And there are some specific rules, like do not wear the baby facing out. Do not have just that thin strap of fabric between the legs. You want to have something that supports out to the knees, and we can touch base more on that. We should do a webinar on baby wearing with Laura.
With me?
With you and the Laura.
Should we wait till the baby comes out so we have?
We can use our baby and Zeke. Coming soon, webinar on baby wearing.
This is usually how our business ideas come about.
Also coming soon, webinar on reflux in 2 weeks from the baby reflux lady out of the UK.
Anyway, and then the last thing that I had thought of in our situation is when you come to visit, please, at least in my situation, I'm a very what they call attached parenting style. I never really knew what that meant, but then what I was doing just so happened to line up a lot with that philosophy. Yeah. And it was just my natural parenting method.
Instincts.
Yeah. It's just what I feel comfortable with my kiddos, and
aligns with our philosophical beliefs on raising a family.
Yeah. So those who are interested, look up attachment parenting, and it's kind of, a guideline of
you're gonna hear similar stuff to what we're talking about.
Where my thought process goes. But anyway, so I don't like people holding my kid. I don't want anybody. I'm a very selfish newborn parent in the sense of I want that baby to know me and really only me. I don't even remember.
And even regardless of whether you want that or not, that's all babies know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that was my personal feelings towards the baby. But then in reality, that baby has only been with me for 9 plus months. And so when that baby comes out, it is not time to introduce baby to Uncle Greg or Aunt Josie. It's time
whether or not aunts and uncles and grandparents and family have really any relationship with the newborn doesn't have any bearing on how they'll be able to have a relationship as toddlers or as kiddos growing up.
Those babies don't know anybody except for mom. They have to learn dad, and that is probably mostly out of necessity because mom needs a break. But the reality is,
but even then, mom
trumps
dad.
Right. baby don't care about you. Baby cares about mom, which is a really powerful thing as a mom. It makes you feel pretty good.
Important.
But
every mom loves that when no one else can get the baby to calm down, and then just hand it to mom and everything's good.
Sometimes it's really annoying though when you just
want to freedom.
But anyway, so that brings me to my point of, in our situation, because we have a toddler who does know grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, playmates, when you come to visit, please don't expect to spend time with the newborn, because I don't want you to really. The newborn doesn't want you to.
Doesn't.
But that toddler does want you to. Like, that toddler's world just got flipped upside down. So you have months and months to learn about the new baby, but you've already had this relationship established with the toddler. So please don't ignore that because there's a fresh new baby. Because if you do ignore that, my mama bear instincts are going to come out and you're just not going to be allowed over, because that's not helpful for our family. So if you ignore the first,
this turned from general like newborn tips to very specific.
That's because a lot of people don't have, like, they're in their first kid.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have the attachment parenting where they want to like show the newborn off to everybody. I don't have that desire. Like, I don't want to pass the baby around. So personally, I'm personally saying that's not a rule. That's my BUMPdate little tidbit of personally what I'm like thinking through in having this newborn close to people that we know, and now having a toddler in that situation.
Is this like a subliminal message you're sending to all friends and family?
It's not subliminal at all.
This sounds actually.
It's very straightforward.
All right.
I'm telling you, all friends and family, this applies to you.
Revisit this in January.
Every single friend or family, this applies to you. No, I don't mean to be rude about it.
So come over to play with Zeke.
Yeah.
And Miko.
No.
Miko, come here. Come here. And you can play with Miko. Come here.
You just woke him up and now he's all frazzled.
Come here. Come on, Miko.
Miko's struggling.
Come on, buddy.
He doesn't have very much love in his life anymore.
Miko always whining. Miko can use all of the love.
He needs a haircut.
Hi, puppy.
He's struggling. Anyway, I don't mean to be rude about it.
You can play with Miko as much as you'd like.
You can take him home if you want.
Right now. He's sleeping on my hand.
But do you think I'm rude?
Sometimes.
I am just extra passionate about it. And I just am way emotional right now. So then, and I'm like, honestly, I get anxious about it.
I think he's sleeping for real.
I'm talking to you. I'm being real. No, you're not listening. You're petting the dog and reading comments.
You're anxious and emotional. Those are things I know.
About what?
About newborn stuff. Oh my gosh. Why don't you just run through it one more time?
No, I'm not even. I'm just. You can watch the replay.
No. What's going on?
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Can you explain?
No.
I want to know what you're saying.
Well, if
we're not shutting this video off.
If you want to pay attention.
Come on, this is already, I think, the longest BUMPdate.
Oh
don't make it worse.
I don't know what I was saying. I forget.
You're saying something. Can someone please chime in with where we were going with this? Jocelyn, you still listening?
I was saying that I seem rude when I talk to people about it, like the rules of new motherhood, but every mom is anxious when they have a newborn, but I'm extra anxious because now I have a toddler that I want to introduce and treat well in this process.
Just wanting to make sure Zeke doesn't feel left out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. And
at the same time as that, though, I still want bonding time with the new baby. So
you're saying?
Yeah. So I
think Meeks is out.
I don't want people to come and expect time with the newborn. I need time with the newborn.
I think it's appropriate. That's what Andrea said too. She said, I love it, Laura. I agree that Zeke should be priority to visitors. Don't expect to see the baby unless mama offers.
Thank you.
I think you might have, if you jumped in late, Andrea, that was like, we hit that one hard. We're with you there.
Getting kind of sassy about it.
It's yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
Jocelyn says you're not rude, just passionate.
I'm really
People
passionate.
need to respect boundaries. And sometimes a little rude and sassy.
Well, you know.
All right. Good thoughts. Anything else to share?
No.
Thanks for chiming in, hanging out, everybody. Shout out to Miko for, I don't even know where he went. He's got a rough life. Jocelyn said she'll take Miko also.
Oh, thanks, Joss.
Yeah, just come pick him up right now.
Appreciate it.
All right, we rolling.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of your Wednesday night, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Goodbye.
Same time next week, Wednesday evening, whenever the baby goes to bed. And maybe after we eat dinner. See you then.